The day before a show, I like to get my hair done, my nails done, my eyebrows, eyelashes, all that good stuff. I like to get pretty and pick out my outfit and all that stuff. But I think this show is bigger than how I look in a lot of ways, because it's the first really major show that I have in which I'm showcasing music from my newest project, BRDIN. And this has been a long time coming. This story is so much a part of my life that I can't wait to tell it in its entirety. Since I started grad school and moved into my apartment, it's been an interesting year. Ariel has, of course, been there for me by my side, and I've also met a lot of other people and just had fun living life.
Cool skateboard. And I was like, oh, thanks. You're black. And I was like, you, come here real quick. Where do you get your haircut? We looking at niggas, slow looking at niggas, dirty white. Get a toe looking at nigga. Will you marry me? Splat looking at nigga.
Even though I was having fun, I guess some of the pressures of being in grad school kind of took their toll on my music. I wasn't producing as much, I wasn't writing as much. I had done some work for a video game, a student-run video game, but I wasn't writing as much. And it wasn't until my friend Dexter said I should enter a beat battle that I got back into making music. So I was pretty freaked out because I had heard about at least two of the guys that were competing in the competition. I just didn't want to be embarrassed. The guest judge was Black Milk, so I was like, man, I have to showcase my beats for him, but I had already signed up, so I had to show up. As I walked up to introduce myself with the other participants, I got so nervous. I was like, what am I doing up here? I'm about to get annihilated by these other producers. There's just no way I can walk away from this unscathed. The first two guys did a really great job, and then it was my turn. The competition got ready to go, and I just held my breath. Dude's beat was sick. I was like, okay, you know, maybe I should just get off the stage while I'm ahead.
So, I'm gonna give you a 3 for that.
Seriously?
3. Another 3.
Yeah, I gave it a 3 too.
All 3s. I was like, I would have given that a 5. What kind of standards are they holding right now? Take a deep breath. Press play. I kept looking over at Black Milk to see how he was responding. Is he liking his beat? Is he hating it? Is he scrunching his face up in a good way or a bad way? I just couldn't tell, but the audience was rocking out, so I started to feel a bit better. By the end, I was like, man, I'm feeling this beat. I don't care what they say. I was just loving it. Hearing it on the speakers, I was so hyped. I felt so good about myself.
I like that. I like that.
Let's start with Black Milk this time.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
I mean, I know that's like a perfect score, but I really like it.
What? I give you a 5 also.
Whoa.
I'm not a rapper, but that made me want to spit on it.
I wanted to do a Black Milk concert.
I was like, am I gonna get a perfect score?
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Come on.
Yes, we have a 5, and a 4.
14.
That's 14.
Damn!
Sammus, shake him and competitor. You are moving on to the next round.
As I exited the stage, I realized that something had changed. I was much more confident, and I was ready to do something big. After that night, the ball really started rolling. I ended up meeting up with KC who was one of the people in charge of the beat battle, and we sort of talked about my next project and how it could be of assistance.
So like, I was at home listening to all your old stuff. I watched all the videos. I feel like you got something good. You got something really good going. Now it's gotta get people to find out.
I want to look at this project as like the boss of the game. You know what I mean? It's that level of intensity.
I don't know if you like, if you're clear with anybody right now, but I would love to like work with you with this project and get behind it. Yeah. And then just start, you know, taking off.
I think that would be incredible.
For real?
Yeah.
So you in?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Okay. Be in there. See you later.
I started producing and recording a lot more. Like I was just a lot more prolific. And finally, the last big thing that sort of happened was I participated in this showcase at the end of my spring break for my music in New York City that was thrown by this group called Poison Ivy. And so it was just a really great experience. And I love being in New York City every time I'm there. The venue was dope. Joe Cleanest came out, with whom I collaborated on Definitely and some other music. And people seemed like they liked the music, so I was excited for an even bigger venue. So Casey had hit me up about a show with Raekwon, and that he called me back in early April to confirm with me that there would in fact be a show on April 15th. So I got right to work preparing my set, and before I knew it, it was the day before the show.
Antoinette came 5 hours to see me, and she won't show her face, but she did. I love her.
I kind of chilled and hung out, but for the rest of the night in the back of my mind, it was kind of running, like, how am I gonna put on the best show possible? How's tomorrow gonna go?
Oh my God, well, would you like a cheeseburger? Not from my panties.
And just like that, bam, it was time for the show. Even though I had butterflies, there was such a great energy in the room. I had prepared for so long for that moment that I felt like I was where I was supposed to be. I was fully prepared, I was competent, and I was going to do a good job.
Oh wait, I have a question. Sorry.
You're going to use, it'll be right in the middle.
Then I heard my introduction, a beautiful track from Sathima B. Benjamin called Africa that I sampled on Mother Brain. I started off the set and I was nervous, like, oh, they're not moving that much. But then I just closed my eyes and I felt the music, and I think that came out of my performance.
She's trying to make it, so she trying to start a feud. Or end up making winners on YouTube. Link a titty pig on a Twitter page. She wanna communicate, I can participate.
And then I felt unstoppable. I just couldn't wait to get to the last line of the verse because I knew they were going to be like, ooh. I was just ready to get there. By the time I got to No Hands, I was on cloud 11. Some of my friends in the audience even knew the words and were like doing it along with me. It was unreal.
me, life is a labor.
And then I started rapping, so it's more important that you like the beats than the rapping, honestly, so I hope that you enjoy those words. I was really hype about performing a track called Pillow Talk off BRDIN, but I did it over a beat for a track that I made on my original EP called Hate, and it just sounded so dope. It sounded so hard, so gritty, and I think they really liked it, and there was a good message.
Shoot first and never get shot, nigga. Do worse but never get caught with it. Straight to the bank, sit on the left, sip on the yak. And the homie wanna hit it raw, dog. Like a nigga ball rod. Some clothes wasn't worth it. Now I'm on shit, I don't even worth it. They stop telling something wrong, cause I got AIDS and he get it from his mom.
Just wrap it up, but I wanted to make a song about it, so that's what it was. The highlight of the show, at least for me, was bringing my friend Adrian up to the stage. She's this awesome dancer, awesome person, and I knew that she would just add this element to the song that I couldn't possibly add. It was so cool, and they loved it. Yeah? We actually went back in time and got her from the 90s, so I hope that you enjoyed it. Yeah, just for this show. Okay, I'm ready.
Ooh, that's 6.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There was one guy, well, there were a lot of people, but there was one guy in the front in particular who was like in love with Adrian. He was just staring her down. It was hilarious. I mean, I had my one little coordinated dance move, but that was about it. She took the show away. I was so excited. By the time I got to Mayhem, it was like, I couldn't possibly be happier. So, let's go. The show couldn't have gone any differently. It was perfect. And then Raekwon closed out the night, so. Everybody say hello! It was a good evening, and now I feel confident and ready to release BRDIN, having seen that type of reception for just a few works that I've already shown.